Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mystery Gamer update, where this month is a very special one because it is the anniversary of my channel. That's right, we started a YouTube channel in August of 2021, roughly 1 year ago. So today I'm going to be talking about my YouTube journey through the first year of my channel, and hopefully it helps you guys with your first year on your channel. However, every channel is different, so my experience is probably gonna be very different than yours. Before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more gaming content. Let's try to get to 250 subscribers by than 2022. I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, let's get started. So in order to talk about my first year on YouTube, we have to go back roughly 1 year before August of 2021. As you may know, the COVID pandemic had many of us locked in our house, including me. So after getting bored of regular TV, I turned to YouTube. I found many awesome content creators, mostly gamers, such as Zebra Gamer. I also fell in love with Minecrafters such as Green and other people on Hermitcraft. And then I looked up how much these guys made and I was like, what? You can make millions of dollars playing video games on YouTube? Not realizing they spent like 10 years or so doing it, but I was determined. So that's pretty much what inspired me to start on YouTube. But I felt like I needed to do research and practice first. So go out there, find some YouTubers that share the same interests or hobbies as you, and just start watching them. If you're having a hard time finding some YouTubers, you can go over to the left side of the YouTube website and there's some topics such as gaming and sports. Okay, so I found some creators to watch and done a little research. So how do I start recording? And remember, this is still 1 year before I started on YouTube. Anyways, that is when I discovered a program called Open Broadcast Software, or OBS for short. This is what many YouTubers as well as myself use to record our screen for free. I will leave a link in the description below. I began exploring and messing around with the software. I encourage you to also mess around with your recording software, whatever it may be. Also, make a few test videos even if you don't have a mic or camera yet. At this point in time, I only had a headphone mic. Okay, so I have everything set up and I'm ready to make my first test video. I will show you the first ever test video I did before starting my channel. Welcome to my first episode with Mystery Gamer. Today we'll be doing a tutorial called RPG Maker MV, and we'll be looking at how to work the kinks with it. Yeah. And for comparison, here is the first ever video on my channel. Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever Mystery Gamer tutorial, as well as the first ever video on the Mystery Gamer 001 channel. Anyways, I made many videos at the end of 2020 and it got better. And Christmas rolled around and I got a screen capture device so I could record my Nintendo Switch. I also got an actual microphone. I then used some of my Christmas money to invest into a editing software known as Camtasia. Now there are many editing software, even some for free, like iMovie if you have an Apple computer. However, while Camtasia is very pricey, it is very clean and easy to use, unlike Adobe Premiere, which many professionals use. Also, as for a mic, many good headphones come with a mic as well. Oh yeah, I also got a tiny audio mixer or soundboard to help adjust my mic volume. Okay, so I spent a whole year making test videos before starting on YouTube. I shared them with friends and family through Google Classroom, just to kind of practice posting without using YouTube, of course. So by August of 2021, I felt like I was ready. Now I took everything I have learned about recording, editing, transitions, and even something as basic as talking, and I wanted to act like an amateur from the very beginning instead of a noob. That's why I've told myself I wanted to be good at YouTube from day one and go from there. Okay, so now I was ready to create my channel. By now I had a basic understanding on what I wanted to do. I wanted to do tutorials on games, I wanted to play games, and just have fun doing all of things games. So make sure you make an icon and banner that fits your channel. Think of 3 words that describe your channel and put that on your banner. Now I use Google Paint 3D to make my icon and banner, but you can choose whatever kind of painting app you have. The dimensions are on the screen right now. Also, an awesome YouTube team called VidRQ, which I watched all the time to get me started on my YouTube channel. Okay, so anyways, before I made my first videos, I had to think what I was going to do. I wanted to keep it simple, so I was going to do something that I was already used to. That's why I started on tutorials for RPG Maker MZ, as well as playing Minecraft, because I was pretty good at both of those. I also knew I wanted to do videos on many different games, because I get bored if I'm only playing one thing. I chose a game, or added content to a game, called Marvel's Avengers War for Wakanda, which came out that September. Okay, so now I have my first few videos. I started my Mystery Gamer series. Now what? Well, then I started doing more research. I spent a long time looking over the YouTube studio site and the analytics page, trying to understand it all. I also began messing around with thumbnails and trying to see what worked. I use PowerPoint for now for my thumbnails, but I also have messed around with Google Slides. Some video editors might work well with thumbnails. Another thing, getting subscribers in the beginning is going to be hard. Find family members and friends that may like your content and see if they would like to consider subscribing. If you have a social media, post a link to your channel. Anyways, it was winter time and that meant there was more time to make videos because of school breaks. At this point, I had made almost 20 subscribers with about 20 videos. I took advantage of the holiday breaks to make more videos than before. You can take videos during holidays as a good thing or a bad thing. Sure, many people are traveling and are spending time with family during this time and won't have a lot of time to watch YouTube. However, if everyone is following this rule, then there isn't a lot of people posting, which means there's more of a chance for your video to show up. Take this time to make holiday themed videos as well, such as a Christmas update for a video game, or how to make a good Thanksgiving meal. Also, around the beginning of the new year, I wanted to change some things on my channel. For one, I wanted to change the look of my thumbnails to show more of the picture. I also stopped having monthly subscriber goals and wanted to do a yearly subscriber goal instead. So around the first half or so of your first year, you may want to consider on reflecting on your channel as a whole and see what changes, if any, you need. Okay, so I was a little busy with the first half of 2022 because of moving and end of year testing. However, I found other ways to keep making content while I didn't have a computer. That way was my phone. I decided to record a little bit of Mario Kart Tour on my phone, and that same goes for you. If you are in a situation without your normal recording setup, think of other ways to record, even if your video quality isn't the best. It's hopefully only temporary. Also, feel free to use the YouTube Studio editor if you can't access your normal editor during that time. After I was all moved and got my setup put back together, it was finally summertime and I was excited to begin making videos again and make up for all that time not posting during my break. When July rolled around, it was my birthday and I have seen many creators do birthday live streams. However, I realized that my channel's 1-year anniversary was going to be in August, so I thought it would be a fun idea to wait until the beginning of August to celebrate. In the meantime, I did some research on live streams by watching tutorials and other people's live streams. When the time rolled around, I set up some moderators to watch the chat, which I highly recommend, and did my first live stream. I had a lot of fun and it definitely was a learning process. Oh, it's been a long year. But thank you guys all for the first year on my channel and to many years to come. I hope you guys have fun on your first year on your YouTube channel. But anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, and have a great day. See you next video.